Today, we're ranking our top 5 video game studios and publishers because this is Play Our Way. Welcome back to the Play Our Way podcast, where we discuss, rank, debate, and give hot takes on the games we want to talk about. I'm one of your hosts, Johnnymmer here, and today we have some exciting segments, including ranking our top 5 publishers and studios. I'm here joined by, of course, Axew.
Once again, I thought you would go to Jordan first. Hello. I had my mic muted. Gosh. What's going on, guys? It's Axew here.
And Prater.
You've got to lock it in. What's up, guys?
I'm sorry, okay? My dogs are going crazy upstairs. I'm just trying to give him a smooth intro without him having to restart.
Will you try to be professional over there?
We are all here, and we appreciate everyone tuning in to this week's episode. We love gaming. And we can't even speak. Having this platform is truly a blessing. We want to share that love with all of you, regardless of the genres and platforms you play. And this is all made possible by you, the viewers. We appreciate all love and support. We ask, if you haven't already, please subscribe, leave a like, and go ahead and comment on what your top 5 studios and publishers are. If you want to stay more up to date, follow us on our socials, including Instagram, X, and TikTok, as well as follow Prater and Axew and myself on Twitch. All of these links are in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's jump right into the first segment. What do y'all want to do first? Studios or publishers? Actually, take that back. Let's do publishers. We're going to rank our top 5 publishers first.
All right, guys. What do you want to do? Never mind. We're doing this. I like it.
What do you guys want to do?
Made the executive decision.
Ask. It's not your decision.
It's
Jordan, you got your dice? You got your dice?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
goodness
Right.
gracious.
Roll it.
I do. I've got it here ready.
To
Okay.
decide who goes first.
So, who are we? We just doing the? What
I
was
have
the
2
order
things to
again?
say before we start. Number 1, Pacopia's peak. Number 2, Control 2 finna be a masterpiece. Let's carry on.
This guy's paid by Game Freak. I'm convinced.
This guy.
He works at Game Freak.
Pragmata's
Okay,
everything.
so it will be 1 through was it 6? And then Austin will be 7 through 14, and then John will be 15 through 20.
Yep.
Oh, my camera frazzed out on me there for a minute. Hang on. What are we doing? Chill out. Okay. And
Always like my odds.
that is going to be
Oh,
John
snap.
going first.
Interesting.
Okay,
It's gonna
not-
be John
not-
going
not me
first, and then John is also going second. Okay.
Dude.
John's also going third. 3 19s in a row. These
Yo,
guys are loaded.
I'll take it, dude.
apparently.
I'm the only
And then it's me, Austin. You're last.
Okay.
tough.
All right. So like
Alrighty.
not polar opposite, not backwards. Wait,
Yeah.
no, actually, yeah, that would be.
Okay, so which one was first again? I know I'm
Publishers.
not going first. Which one?
Publishers.
Publish. Okay.
All right. So I do have 2 honorable mentions, but I'm not gonna say them. Honestly. All right. So my list from bottom to top. Here we go. Ubisoft, EA, Square Enix, Tencent, and Crafton.
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
Stop the cap.
Commit to it. Now. Hey, you've already given us the bit. Now improvise. Commit.
What's your favorite Crafton IPs?
Warner Bros.
If Austin wasn't here, if Austin walked away, because I'm so ignorant when it came to this, if Austin walked away and I was the only one listening to this, what would be your next sentence to keep going?
The studio behind Balance Wonderland deserves all the awards.
See, you could mean that so genuinely.
I might.
Is it Balance? I've always said Balance.
It's Balance, yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I've never played it. I've always seen.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, on a real note, let's get to it. All right. So, kicking off 5th place. This one's a weird one. I kind of got creative with this. I was really struggling. I was like, okay, I have my top 4 lock in, easy. All 4 of them have to be there. Makes sense. I was really trying to find a 5th one. I was really trying to be like, man, what are some of my favorite games of all time? What are games I look forward to every year? Like, just what publisher screams like, oh man, this publisher is just one of my favorites. And this is the first time they've ever been on one of my top 5 publisher rankings. It's the first time a publisher of this category is ever on one of my rankings as well. Number 5 is Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital is a indie publisher, and they have published the likes of Neva. They've published the likes of Death's Door, Ball X Pit, and I mean, I can't think of a lot more off the top of my head, but I know there is plenty more. I think Devolver is just easily one of the top dogs in the indie scene. I think they are the top dog in the indie scene, honestly. They just know how to identify good games, and they know how to promote them. They know how to market them. They really are just so great. It's a little hard because like when I went into this ranking, one of my big like criteria is like, okay, what am I'm looking at? Obviously, what are some of my most favorite games of all time? That obviously plays a part into what some of my favorite publishers are. But then I also looked at the idea of like, okay, what are games that I look forward to? Like if this publisher's announces something, is it something I'm looking forward to? And well, I will say that's a little bit hard with Devolver just because you never really know if you're truly excited for an indie game until you like see a lot of the game. Like you can't just announce an indie game and like instantly be excited. Like you kind of have to like buy into it and be like sold on like what the idea is. So it's a little bit harder when it comes to indie, but it really does just carry the weight of like right now in like the current age of gaming. Indie is like so important and so big, and Devolver is crushing it in that department. And when I do look at a lot of my favorite games of all time, a lot of them do come from Devolver. So yeah, I decided to put that in here for the first time ever on my ranking, and yeah, I stand by it. I think they're awesome. So yeah, moving on to number 4.
W picked.
Absolutely. Number 4, I have Nintendo. And you know, here we go. You know what? I'm introducing our first new segment of Play Our Way. I'm sure all 3 of us will have our own version of this segment. John Hot Takes here. Hot take from John. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that Nintendo spin-offs are better than Nintendo mainline games. Here, you know what? Listen. If I look...
I'm not mad at you.
If I look at my top 50 games of all time, I cannot ignore the fact that almost all of them on here are spin-offs. So, ladies and gentlemen, actually, I take that back. Metroid Dread is not a spin-off. Metroid Dread is not a spin-off. I still stand by my statement, though. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hopes, Super Mario RPG, New Pokemon Snap, Pokopia, Poke Park, Mario Super Sluggers, what else is on here? Link's Awakening. I guess that's kind of mainline. Yeah, I mean...
What? Yeah, that's mainline.
Yeah, it's mainline. Golly, Jesus, your mic got so loud. Holy moly.
Freaking Peaky McGee over there.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Your mic got so loud. Holy moly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, what? That's like a basically like a remake of like the original game.
Yeah, but listen, Nintendo's on here. Do I love all of their stuff? No. But the things that I do love, I love so much. When I look at my favorite franchises of all time, Metroid and Pokemon are both on there. And obviously that's 2/5 of my favorite franchises come from Nintendo. And man, when I look at just how excited I get for some of these spin-off games. Like, you announce a new Pokemon game, I'm in there. You announce a new Metroid game, I'm in there. You announce, honestly, a new Mario game, a new Zelda game. Like, I'm usually excited for almost everything they do. Whether it ends up becoming one of my favorite games or not, you know, I'm always at least looking forward to it. Nintendo Directs are always super duper exciting. Yeah, I think Nintendo, do I think they're my favorite publisher? Absolutely not. But when I look at like what is one of my favorite publishers, obviously they have so much and they have such quality. It kind of is hard to not be at least a little bit excited for a lot of things. I will say definitely they're on the lower just because the 3 higher are obviously have to be higher than Nintendo just based off who I am. But I will say Nintendo, I will say they do have games that I don't like sometimes, quite a little frequently, or that I at least think are a little overrated. Like I would say like Donkey Kong, like it's a great game, but I personally like it's just not really my like cup of tea in a sense.
Your hatred for Donkey Kong needs to be studied.
It's not even hatred. It's just a little bit of like dislike. I don't know. It doesn't scream at me. It just doesn't
I want a DK64 remake.
Well, hold on. Austin thinks the same way as me, by the way, about Donkey Kong Bonanza.
What do you?
Yeah,
what
but
do
he
you
doesn't
get?
bring it up as much as
What?
you.
What? Yeah, that is true.
What?
That's facts.
What?
That you.
He doesn't bring it up as you do. I feel like you go out of your
Well.
way to bring up how much you don't like DK sometimes.
I will say you do definitely like. You definitely say it more than
It's
I
not my fault. There's like no other Switch 2 games to talk about. All right, sorry, golly.
I get it.
Don't get me started on Mario Kart because that's a whole nother issue as well.
It's just
All right.
it's just
Oh,
always Donkey Kong, man.
We don't want to go down this lane. Mario Kart World literally had. I will stand on this. Mario Kart World was dealt a bad hand. Mario Kart 8 was not better than Mario Kart Wii when it first came out, and you want to know why? Because it had history and it had a bunch of stuff before it. You can't. Mario Kart World was never going to be better than 8 Deluxe. That also had a 48 extra tracks. It had years of stuff to like go on top of it. It was never going to be better unless they spent like 10 years.
As someone who genuinely enjoys Mario Kart World, I still can't judge a product off of its future. I have to judge it off of what it currently.
Well, yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was great on its initial release. It was amazing when it got all of its deluxe. Like, it got its deluxe release. But, like, that's how I feel like with World. I think World was great when it first released. But I think when it gets more content, it will be just as good or even better than deluxe.
I agree. I completely agree. Look, my point is, I have you can talk about Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4, Pacopia. I mean, those are really like all the main game. I mean,
Tennis.
you have that's not a main game. That's like,
But I'm.
it is a game. It is a game. But listen, like when we're talking about like the big games that are gonna sell system, those are the. I wouldn't even put Metroid up there. Metroid ain't gonna sell systems, but it is a big game in the terms of hardcore audiences. But listen,
Mario Tennis should go up there before Metroid. And you know that's true.
It probably sells more. Yeah, it probably sells more. Yeah,
I hate it. I hate it because
That's
me and
super
you
true.
both know it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, that is true. All right, listen. Anyway, all of this to back up why Nintendo is my fourth favorite publisher. Listen, Pokemon, I love it. Metroid, I love it. And I do love so many of the other things. But majority of the time, it is spin-offs. It really is. And that I think that's a good reason why they're number 4. They're like, nobody does spin-offs like Nintendo, in my opinion. I think Nintendo easily have the best spin-offs out of any publisher. But it's also because they have the most franchises. So it's like really easy to do that.
It also not the most expensive games to make, and they can afford to do stuff like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it really helps.
Yep. All right. But going into my top 3, these have pretty much been my top 3 for like the longest time.
I know.
Oh yeah, of course. They are my holy trinity. We have Jesus, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. That is the holy. No. All right. Anyway.
We're not on Pray Your Way, John.
Whoa. We should be. I was about to start praying just then. No, we're not gonna do that. All right. Anyway, coming in at 3rd place. Man, we're on something today. Coming in 3rd place, we do have PlayStation. I think, like, honestly, if we're looking at this from a statistical standpoint, they should be number 1. Like, I have so many PlayStation games in my top 50. Never mind. My favorite franchise of all time is PlayStation. I like some of my favorite studios, which we'll get to later, are PlayStation. And so I mean, my favorite game of all time is PlayStation. My second favorite game of all time is PlayStation. My fourth favorite game of all time is PlayStation. My seventh favorite game of all time is PlayStation. You get the picture, right? There's so many, and they all span throughout multiple different franchises. It's not just like one franchise. And when we look at like games that I get excited for, like if we look at my top anticipated games right now, like such a large majority of them are PlayStation. Like when I'm looking at like the top games, like Sorrows, Wolverine, Intergalactic, things like that. And so I just PlayStation has to be there. They're always some of the biggest games of the year. They're always some of the most talked about games. They're some of the highest selling. It's just PlayStation's PlayStation, and I absolutely love them. And so coming in at second place, I do believe this is probably the first time it's been on a video record, but Xbox is number 2. Xbox is number 2. Xbox has always been my ride or die company, and they still are my ride or die company. But in terms of publisher, I do have to move them down to 2, just because when I do look at my top 50 games of all time, and when I do look at some of my most anticipated games of all time, like statistically, they should be below PlayStation in a lot of ways. And in terms of franchises, they are below PlayStation, and honestly Nintendo, and honestly like they just have not had the greatest run. But I love so many of their studios that they have. I love a lot of their franchises, even though they may not be some of my top ones. And I think that they do have so many. That is the thing. Like I think they have a good quantity, which is really good. And even though this isn't technically included, it is, because that is part of their publishing strategy. Game Pass just enables you to play their games in like really easy ways, and it just really helps when looking at the games that they publish. And so I do put Xbox up there, and of course I've just been a ride or die Xbox, so I am going to be biased for most of the time. But coming in at numero uno, listen, to be honest, there's really no debate here. For me, I am absolutely obsessed with Capcom. Capcom is easily my number one. I could sit here and glaze them all day, and actually I might do that.
He does it all year.
I do it all year, and I will continue to do it all year. When I look at my favorite franchise, when I look at my favorite games, when I look at my most anticipated games, everything Capcom does is up there, right? Like when I look at Resident Evil, it's up there. When I look at like games like Pragmata that are coming out on Onimusha that are up there, they're up on my list. When I look at, when I look at Resident Evil, there's multiple games on my top 50 from the same franchise. I love so many of their games. I love so many. I love Devil May Cry. I really enjoy Monster Hunter. I really enjoy Street Fighter. I love Mega Man. Yeah, Mega Man is awesome. Like everything they announced instantly becomes one of my most anticipated games. Everything I play instantly becomes one of my most loved games of the year. And anytime I talk about them, anytime just we talk about them, my love just grows for them even more and more and more. And they just publish right. They just know how to market. They know how to promote. They know how to develop. They know how to just make games, which a lot of companies don't. So really got to shout them out for that. And yeah, man, Capcom just has an energy and a vibe to them that really I don't feel in any other publisher right now. And so, Capcom's number one easily. Yep.
Cool. We dig it. Any arguments on his list? Going once?
No.
All right.
I mean, it's his list.
I'm just saying. You ready to throw bows or what?
He ranks his way.
Well, he did.
Rank my way. I just totally realized
that spinoff take though. It hurt me a little bit, but you know what? That's fine. You can.
It is what it is, bro.
All right.
I will take Mario RPG over any Actually, take that back. I will take Mario plus Rabbids and Mario RPG over any mainline Mario game any day of the week. Sorry, bro.
He unplugged. He's
That's
full unplugged. He's out.
That's the take. I'm sorry. That's the take.
Oh, heck no!
There's probably a 2-man frame somewhere.
Oh, we need a hot takes episode.
I also
Crash out.
just completely realized I forgot to change the overlay, so I'm gonna just do that really quick midway through. We're good. It's all good, boys.
Oh,
dang.
fail. Start all over.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fine. No.
Yeah, I'll just edit it
chill.
over.
We're chill.
Just
We're
in
chill.
editing, just edit it over.
Yeah, I don't know. These 5 really are just the ones that excite me the most. The one I feel like I've enjoyed the most like recently, and yeah, they're just the ones I look forward to their future the most. And yeah, I just feel like they represent me very, very well.
Sure.
Like, I wanted to, like, as much as they suck right now, I wanted to put EA or Ubisoft or Warner Bros. On here just because, like, if I look at my history, like, if I look at my history with them, and if I look at, like, very unrealistic possible future, which probably won't have an unrealistic future for them, like, man, if Splinter Cell came back, if Assassin's Creed started popping off again, if Prince of Persia was still kicking it, like, man, Ubisoft would be up there because, like, I love so many of those franchises. The problem is they just don't do it, so I can't put them up there. And same thing with EA, like
mismanaged.
Same thing with EA, like I love the Jedi games, I love Dead Space, I love Need for Speed. They just don't do them consistently enough. Like, and yeah, it's just really hard to put something on there. I will say, I personally think Warner Bros. Has a little bit of a bright future as long as they can execute. They do have a lot of games cooking, and they are bringing back a lot of their main franchises, which I'm looking forward to. I think Lego Batman's going to be a banger. So I do think Warner Bros. Has a little bit more of a bright future compared to EA Ubisoft. That being said, it all comes down to the games. We haven't really had many Warner Bros. Games recently just because they have been in that, like, rebuild season. Like if this was, like, sports term, they've been in, like, their rebuild season. And they announced, like, earlier this year that 2027 will really start being the year where they start dropping all their flagship franchises again, and a lot of the big games they've been working on will start coming out. And so, hey, if they start landing, you know, I think there's no reason to necessarily not enjoy their stuff. Good games are good games. So I wish them the best of luck. But again, as of right now, I can't. So I can't judge something off the future like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All
right, Jordan.
Well, we moving on.
Let's I'm so interested to hear this because I know what your number one is, and it's
you
it's
don't
just,
you don't actually.
Oh, did you change it?
I was going to start with, after our conversation yesterday, I decided I was going to take a look at it and decide that, you know what? No, I'm going to take a look at these. I'm going to change them up a little bit. And actually, it wasn't yesterday; it was earlier this morning before I got ready for everything. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a look at these. I'm going to take a gander at it. And the fun part is we're going to start with a little back-to-back, and we're going to start with my number 5, which is going to be Capcom. I'm going to put them at number 5. Obviously, Resident Evil. Everybody knows how absolutely fantastic the Resident Evil franchise is. I say that I don't play modern horror games, and I don't, but I did play the first 3 games when they originally dropped back when, after the original Nemesis, is when I stopped playing them. When 7 came out was when I started watching them back over again and sort of just taking them back in. I love 7. I think 8's pretty good. I think 7's better, and I like 9. Obviously, Devil May Cry is a fantastic franchise. Those I've played all of except 5. 5's the only one I haven't played hardly any of. Mega Man, obviously, big, huge one. I make the joke all the time that I want Mega Man Legends to come back, all the way back to the freaking DuckTales game. The DuckTales game that I was playing back when, love that game. They did a remaster of that too, which is actually pretty good. So Capcom's going to come in at an easy number 5 for me there, instead of putting them where I told John I originally had them, which was just putting them on their pedestal because they deserve it at number 1. But I said, you know what? No, this is my list. Capcom, you go at 5. So yeah, we're gonna leave that there. Number 4, gonna come in with Xbox, Microsoft, etc.
Wow.
Making their way right in there. Obviously, the Halo franchise is just super huge to me. Halo 3 and Halo 4 are probably the games that I played the absolute most of, like during my high school days. What up, Austin? I just, constantly.
Wait, what? Why'd you say my name? What?
Because you were the mainline thumbnail there for a second.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't know. I just randomly thought about switching to Austin for like to catch him completely off guard, and then I was not expecting Jordan to be like, "What's up, Austin?" I was not ready for that. Oh, sorry. All right, continue.
But yeah, no. Honestly, Halo, honestly, kind of enough, kind of speaks for it. Fable being, like my number one game, that everyone knows. Also, being like a Microsoft owned IP. Yeah, for the longest time, that was, that always, holds a special part. But Halo is huge for me. It's what got me into shooters. Now that the Call of Duty games being, owned by them and stuff too, right, Call of Duty, whatever. But Microsoft has a special part in my heart, so it makes its way into the list at number 4. Number 3 is a newly invested love of mine, but boy, have they made their way right into my heart, and a good whopping like 400 hours of my heart. And at number 3, I'm gonna plop him right there, and it's gonna be Larian. I'm just gonna put him there. I'm gonna put their private little company, doing their one game that I've played of theirs more than a brief blah 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 of. You can look it up all you want. They do everything themselves. You can look it up all you want. Baldur's Gate 3 for me has become a game that I couldn't put it down, and it wasn't because of any specific reason. It was because of like so many reasons, and because of where that game's landed in my heart now with all the time that I've put in it. I can't help but put those dudes, those people, those lovely people that put that project together, right where they belong, nestled right in the middle of my list of
Larian did
people
have
that
a
are putting them.
publisher sale on Steam.
Yeah, well, yeah, well.
Now the more I think about it, and he says it, they remind me of Remedy, like, because
Yeah.
Remedy is a publisher too, right? Like, I mean,
No.
they publish, or they're not.
No, that's why they like found Epic Games to publish Alan Wake 2. Like they have like they get a publisher. Larian will publish their own game, which means they're independent in a sense, but whereas Remedy is not independent.
Bro did his research.
I did my research.
Yeah.
I sent John many text messages before I made this list. Hey, I need a breakdown. Well, you were there when I
That
sent
means
the message.
CD
I was like,
Projekt Red
hey.
is number 1.
I was like,
probably
hey,
is,
can you guys like explain to me like in dumb layman's terms
think-
like how this is? John called and talked to me for like 10 minutes. It kind of made sense, and I just kind of went off of.
I definitely
what I
don't think
went into research.
Like I definitely think like you're right, and like I don't think it's wrong. I think if I was making a list, I would still put them in studio just because that's how I view them. But I don't think them being a publisher is wrong either, though. I think it just depends.
And
on,
I get that. That's why I have one of the other ones that we just mentioned. If you want to technically count them as one-on-one on the other list. So like I have my distinction. Sure. I just put them there because if you put them in black and white, they're a privately owned, self-published stuff. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Obviously, they've got help with other companies doing things or whatever, but when you look at it, they're publishing stuff. So,
yeah.
But yeah, Larian making their way in with what it is because that's just how good Baldur's Gate 3 is to me now. So yeah, and I have played the first handful of hours of Divinity Original Sin 2, and it is also fun. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with their next game for sure. That trailer was absolutely wild, wasn't it? Anyway. Okay. Yeah. Coming into the top 2 of publishers. Pretty familiar sound here. We're gonna plop them. We're gonna plop them right in there, and it's gonna be good old PlayStation. PlayStation's gonna make their way into my number 2 slot. I don't think it's any surprise to just about anybody if anybody knows the games that I like: Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West. 2 games that I can't help but love so much. Aloy is one of my favorite characters ever. Everybody knows how much I love the Spider-Man games. I have a deep respect for Bloodborne, even though I've never played it. I love my boy AB Astrobot. Love the God of War games. Didn't play, never played the Uncharted games, but I can respect them for what they are. And then just obviously everything that those people are doing over there. Sony's got their things that people don't like about them, sure, but sheesh, do they make some
ranking the
really
publishers, not the companies?
Do they make and publish some good video games over there? So yeah, cool. And
if number 1's what I think
we're breaking it down. We're breaking it down.
Oh no,
because this is gonna make everybody mad.
Oh boy,
it's gonna make everybody mad.
Kojima Productions.
It's gonna make everybody mad. Kojima Productions.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
okay.
kidding.
You totally got him. You totally bro fell for it so hard. Oh my God.
Man. Oh man. Imagine.
Oh, that's great. I was gonna say they are definitely not a publisher. They are.
Imagine.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No, I put Square.
Okay, that is what I thought you would put number 1.
I put Square there, and it's and I understand it's realistically it's one title that's doing it, and I get that. I get how much of a fanboy I am. I get how much of a go hard I am for it. But realistically, they've put Square's published 3 of the Final Fantasy titles that I have put a lot of time into. I really like the 3 that I've played. Which 7 obviously there's more than one game, but the separate entities of Final Fantasy 15 I really enjoy more than probably most. 16 I enjoy. Austin, you can relate to 16 being so good.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and then obviously everyone knows how much I love 7. And I just I also thought about putting Sony number 1 over Square. I think it just like I said, that after the little bit of a talk that we kind of had yesterday, I was like, you know what? No, I know what this story and the way these guys talk about it. Which again, we're doing the publishers, not the directors and stuff making it. But if it wasn't for what Square was, there would be no continuing name of what Final Fantasy is. So
for those of you confused, because he's brought it up a couple times now, I basically took Jordan to go pick up his Crimson Desert review copy yesterday, and then we ended up getting pizza as well. So we were just talking about a lot of stuff on.
We did. We ate LeBron James's pizza.
We did. It was tough.
We did. Wasn't bad. Gave me terrible heartburn though. It was really good, but I had terrible heartburn.
Blaze Pizza. They just opened.
I've heard about that recently from a
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. But yeah, that's gonna round off my list. Yeah, no, not a sponsor. Our DMs might be open though if yours are.
I'm waiting for it.
But yeah, so that's gonna round off my 5 there. I know it's very biased takes on a lot of it, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? So
amen.
Well, it's all right whether there's bias, because once again we're ranking our way.
Right.
It's like
who cares? That's kind of the point, right?
Who cares what anybody else thinks? And
right.
My list is very biased in a particular way. And John knows exactly how. Except
I can
one.
guess all 5.
But well, congratulations, buddy. Would you like a medal?
Sure.
He might.
All right. I'm just gonna keep these quick.
I mean, you should be able to rank all 5 mine too.
Oh my
if I wouldn't have said it.
Don't drag it out. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Okay, sorry. Oh my gosh. So I'm sorry. I had my phone in my hand. I just think I somehow
Broke out
cracked
through.
my screen.
Oh,
I don't know how, but
ladies and
okay.
gentlemen, let me tell you, Bandai Namco being excluded. from
Absolutely
everyone-
not.
Okay, well, wow,
Like, hello,
bro.
No.
Bandai been putting out heat. Bro.
Yeah, but like they ain't none of my heat though.
Tekken.
You think that's enough?
I'm just throwing stuff out,
know?
bro. I'm just throwing
All right,
stuff out.
I'm gonna stop wasting time. All right, you know. All right. I want you to tell me what my top 5 are. I want you to tell the people. What's my number 5?
All right, Devolver.
No. My number 5 is PlayStation.
Cap. I'm just joking. You're muted.
Oh. Alrighty then. My bad. Sorry, fellas. I'm out here lying to y'all. My number 5 is PlayStation. Yes, I do have some of my favorite games do consist of PlayStation titles. We have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. We have, I mean, like maybe I wouldn't like not.
Bro said one is now struggling.
Well, hold on. Like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. We have Spider-Man Miles Morales. We have Returnals up in there somewhat. We have. I'm just trying to think of what all comes to mind. Astrobot is up there for me. I think my issue, and the only reason they are this low, is just because there are franchises that I am missing. I have never beaten a God of War game. I have never beaten an Uncharted game. I have never beaten a Last of Us game.
Nice.
There is
Your webcam.
a lot. Wait, what?
It's surprising.
What just happened?
That's surprising to know that you've never beaten The Last of Us, because those games are quick, especially the first one.
I started the first one.
He hasn't played a Ghost yet either, or he hasn't finished one at least. He hasn't finished.
Because the first one, I mean, you can do the first one in like 10, 12 hours.
You've beat a Horizon and Infamous though, right? You've beaten.
Yes, I beat Infamous Second Son, and I beat Forbidden West.
You didn't play Zero Dawn?
Jordan, this was a part of the era where I skipped the original and I went to the sequel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is around the time when I just skipped the original and went to the sequel because I'm like, it's new, it's hot, I gotta be there.
God, you watched Cars 2 before you watched Cars 1, and that's why you don't like the Cars franchise, isn't it?
No, because I was younger and my parents got all that stuff for me the day it came out.
Or is it Cars 3 that's bad? Which one of the Cars movies bad?
2.
Cars 2 is considered like the worst.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't even watch Cars 3.
I love Cars 3.
But that is literally the only reason PlayStation is at number 5 is just because I feel like I'm missing a lot of those franchises, and I think I could name more franchises that I personally get more excited for and also have a little bit more experience with than the PlayStation ones. And I also think it just comes down to out of the PlayStation franchises no one's gonna argue they've got the best franchise catalog. It's just I can't name one franchise that I have played over 2 games of in that franchise, or I've caught up on multiple of them. It's just I don't know. It just doesn't feel right when I feel like I'm missing some of the key pillar franchises. I just don't think I can put it any higher because of that, and also there are just other ones that I think I'm more excited for a lot of the times.
All right, your next 4. Here it is.
Just give me number 4.
Devolver.
Nope.
He's just gonna keep saying Devolver for every.
All right, well then
it's
it's
just.
Capcom then? You have Capcom this low?
Number 4 is Capcom.
Oh,
Capcom. I love Capcom. Resident Evil, top 5. Number 5, 5th favorite franchise of all time. I love I love Resident Evil. I am very excited for, like John also said, Pragmata, super excited. Onimusha, very excited. Mega Man, I need to get into so badly. It is ridiculous. I know I would really enjoy Mega Man. There's so many games I want to play, so many franchises I want to get into. It's just hard to pick and choose which one I want to go to at that moment. I really enjoyed Street Fighter 6. I never played it too much, but when I first played it, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great game. Okami, me and my girlfriend, you know what? I may have made a mistake. This should have been number 3 because every time I think of a new franchise, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Dead Rising.
Dino Crisis. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Dead Rising is one of the most slept on like zombie franchises ever. Okami, me and my
I
girlfriend
can't
share a
believe this
big
is number
love for
4.
that.
That's crazy. If you put Devolver above it, that's crazy. I understand it, but that's like that's crazy. That's like Cope. It sounds like Cope.
I feel like the only one I know for sure of yours is your number 1. I don't know the rest.
I know
feel like
it's number 1 and 2.
Number 1. Yeah.
It's
well,
hard.
I don't know as 2. I might know as 2. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, okay. That Capcom is there for me because of just how many franchises. Number 3 is Devolver. Now, I was going between these two a lot. It's really hard because I've started to realize indie's becoming a huge thing for me right now. It's been the games.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably just because we're in a big indie era, which makes sense. This is a current ranking. This is our 2026 ranking, so it makes sense. You know?
But I also think like there's a lot of games on here that they publish that I love.
They're the ones that just host indie titles, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean games that Death's Door being my favorite. Yeah. Death's Door being in my top 10. I probably shouldn't have said that.
It don't matter.
You know, Cult of the Lamb. Me and my girlfriend love that game. We play it nonstop. I mean, there's a bunch of other games on here. Like even if I haven't played them, I also want to get into. So like I've always thought about getting into like Enter the Gungeon, Inscription, Katana Zero. Other games that I've played that I really enjoyed, Skate Story, really enjoyed that. I did like Plucky Squire. It was good. I think the hype for it was really up there at the time. Like there's so much that I really like from them and I always want to do, but the more I think about it, maybe Capcom should have been number 3 because I think I just named so many more franchises and games that I've played. So maybe I should have thought about that a little bit more, but you know what? Screw it. I do this every time, though, because I just don't want to spend like 20,000 hours on it, but I would switch Devolver and Capcom. I would put Capcom 3 and Devolver 4, probably.
Fair.
All right. Number 2.
Sega.
Jordan, what do you think it is?
I think Sega's your number 1.
My number 2 is Nintendo. Now, John... Listen, all right.
This whole list is so cap.
No, it's not. No.
Where's my bro? My hats are way over there. I should go grab some.
Like, oh my! You are not. You're not gonna sit there and tell me what is my no, because I've come to this conclusion. Okay, at this current moment, yes. Nintendo, but also I could say the same thing for you, buddy. Xbox is your ride and die. You say that all the time, and yet look at who's at number 1. You say Xbox is your
and look how
OG.
many Xbox games are in my top 50 and my most anticipated. Very little.
Like, well, I understand
if anything, they should be number 4.
Nintendo to me. It is my OG, my company that I always want to be associated with, like forever. And my number 1 is 2 at this point, but it's because number 1 is on a hot streak I have never seen a company do in my life. This company at number 1, and the only reason Nintendo's below it is because of recency bias, and I hate how it is, but I just have to be real with myself. When I look at the number 1 on my list, it's the company that I am the most excited for. No matter what thing they announce, like 90% of what they announce, I want to be there to play those games. But outside of glazing my number 1, it's like Nintendo, they've given birth to literally most of my favorite games of all time. Mario Galaxy, I'm not going to say anything else regarding that. Smash Brothers as a whole and Ultimate. Mario Kart Wii, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Metroid Dread. You've got, like, Tomodachi Life is another game that I really, really love. Kirby games like Kirby Return to Dreamland. There is a ton that I can pick from and choose. And I do it's just hard because, like, in my heart they have been my number one for so long, but I just feel like I've had a change of heart. Because my number one, I truly, and I do feel this way, my number one is Sega. I love Sega right now. Shinobi, Sonic, Yakuza, Persona, which I really want to get into. I'm on this JRPG fatigue for some reason, and I love Yakuza so much. It's so hard to want to pick up another JRPG franchise. Like, there's games I want to get back into that I never finished. Metaphor Refantasio. There's so many games they have coming out that I'm ready for. Jet Set Radio that I almost randomly, and I'm going to say it because I don't care because I love them so much, I almost tried and did a random snipe for a Jet Set Radio Fantasy Critic guest for no reason. Even though it has no release date, it has absolutely nothing. I just love Sega so much, and I want them to succeed, and I want everything that they produce. I almost bid on it. That's how much I love this company right now. I am so high on this company. I want them to succeed in every way possible. To me, your Capcom is my Sega. I will constantly, every day of my life, defend Sega because I love everything that they produce and everything that they stand for. I love their games, and they have been on one of the hottest streaks I've seen in a hot minute. And words can't describe how much I love Sega. If I hear something bad is happening for them, I'm the most upset I've ever been for a publisher. They produced one of my favorite games of that year. I will talk about it probably more than my number one or my number two. I talk more about Shinobi Art of Vengeance than I do Expedition 33. And Expedition 33 was my game of the year last year. But Shinobi Art of Vengeance, I talk about it more because it's Sega. And it's also a game that I want more people to talk about. More people are going to be able to tell how they feel about Expedition 33 because it was game of the year and it was mostly everybody's. I love Sega. I love to death. I love Sega. That's why they're my number one.
Man did it.
I respect it.
Man did it.
I respect.
Sorry, I had to convince you. I can't.
I don't need no convincing.
It don't feel right to put Nintendo under anymore. I'm sorry.
To put it under? You did just put them under.
Like, or like to put them over. Sorry, my bad. I'm just speaking from my heart, man.
Makes sense. I get it.
The only one I got wrong was Capcom. Capcom should have been number three.
No. I mean, no. Like, you're right. Like the way you feel about Sega is like how I feel about Capcom. Like it don't really matter like necessarily my like life hit like my 21-year history with them or like how like successful in terms of sales they are. Like even though Capcom is very successful in sales, like it's all about energy, like hype, momentum. Yeah. Like this is our 2026 ranking. This is not our all-time like greatest publishers of all time ranking. Like because that'd be a completely different conversation.
Yeah. I think it also just comes down to like, just like how many games within the franchises, of course, that I love. There are some Nintendo franchises I'm not the biggest fan of, like a Zelda. Like, which is not, I'm not saying it's bad. Zelda's not been my personal thing, but like, I personally put, and I know this is a hot take. I don't think it is for some people, but I think for a majority of audience, I would put Sega up there with Capcom. I just think Capcom sells better. That's the whole reason, like, no one will put Sega up there is because they don't sell like them. But I think Sega puts out just as consistent titles as a Capcom.
Yep.
Like it.
Yep.
I like it.
I would
It's a fun list, guys.
like I think like when cuz I agree with you. Like there are certain publishers that it's like they can announce a game no matter what I'm playing it, whereas like there are some publishers like Nintendo where I may skip some of the titles. Like I love their games, like a lot of their games a lot, but they do also put out games where I just don't really care. So that's why they're like lower on my list, right? Because like I said, if we're looking at it from a statistical standpoint, Xbox should probably be number 4, because like I have none of their games in my top 30. Like, no, I do. I have one game in my top 30, and it's Gears of War 4. Like everyone's least favorite in the whole franchise. So it's like, it's, but it is just how do you feel towards it in a certain sense, yeah. But all right, well, let's get to our top 5 studios now. Do you want to stay same order, or you want to reroll?
What do you guys want to do?
You can reroll. It's fine. Just reroll.
I'll go first.
You want to reroll? You want to just go reverse order?
Yeah,
Well,
sure. Let's do that.
Then I'm second again.
That's fine.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Jordan hasn't gone first. I want Jordan to go first.
No, then we're rolling. We're not just picking. We're not just picking things.
I want a sandwich.
John's first.
It's just gonna be the same order.
John's also second. Hang on. Then Austin. So I'm last.
Okay, never mind.
All right. So I mean, you should probably be able to guess my. See, now I went super like I just completely followed my heart on this one. I did not look at this from a statistical standpoint at all. Actually, one of them I took a statistical standpoint. I will throw in one honorable mention on this one. I have like 4, but I'm only gonna say 1 because I care that deeply about it. And the only reason it's honorable mention is just because, like, my top 4. No, never mind. There are some studios on here that are on here because of like, basically like one game, in a sense. But they have history of other games, whereas this honorable mention, it was like their debut game, so they have yet to do like literally anything else. And so my honorable mention is Game Science, developers behind Black
I thought you were
Myth.
gonna say.
Yeah, I absolutely love Black Myth Wukong, and I'm extremely excited for the next Black Myth game. It's just they've literally done nothing else. That's it, and they left me high and dry on DLC for Wukong, and so I'm a little upset about that. But it is. What it is.
Yeah, that DLC ain't real anymore. That's the sequel.
Like, but kicking off top 5.
Didn't they confirm? Didn't they confirm that?
Dude, I swear that they did. Or they said that it was happening, but then it just
they said DLC was in development, but I think it's all the sequel now. I think they just scrapped it because they're like, why would we make DLC when we could make a brand new game? It sold 25 million copies. Like,
insane, man.
You know,
insane. No, if you know my top 5 games of all time, you probably know my top 5 studios. Game Science was there until I was like, I do have to put one studio in just because of the sheer amount of quantity. And so that is number 5 being Insomniac. I mean, it doesn't matter what franchise or what game it is. Insomniac is always up there, and it's always a banger. Like they are debatably like one of the most consistent studios out there, and with variety. Like it's not just Spider-Man games. We got Wolverine coming out. We have the Ratchet and Clank games. You can go way back to Sunset Overdrive. Like, man, they are just so consistent on so many different levels. Multiple of their games are in my top 50. And so I had to put them in there. I just felt like that made more sense than Game Science, even though my heart tells me Game Science because I love Black Myth Wukong so much, but it makes way more sense for Insomniac to be there. But now the next 4 is completely my heart. Like these next 4 are me. I would not be me without these next 4. The order is rough.
Wait. Hold on. So number 5, I definitely think for you, Insomniac is over Game Science.
Yeah, I know.
You love,
that's why. That's why I put it. Yeah, that's why I
you
put
love
it over.
multiple. You love multiple games from like
Yeah.
Insomniac.
Yeah, and that's why I put them in the top 5 and not Game Science, because I was like, it just makes more sense for me like to put them up there. Like my like initial reaction is like, oh, bro, Black Myth Wukong, top 5 game of all time for me. Like I put them, but Insomniac just I just gotta put Insomniac in there, you know.
Yeah, see, that's my thing is I looked for studios that gave me at least like more than one like game that I really enjoyed.
This next one I love too much to not put it on there, even though it is purely based off one game, but it is also like I know their next game might overtake it maybe.
I think it will.
It's Housemarque. Housemarque is number 4. They literally created my favorite gameplay to ever exist in a video game. I just like, bam, that's it. That's all you need to hear, point blank. Like no matter what they make, like, you know, the way I view studios and publishers for this matter, but definitely studios more or less. It's we're talking about art. These are artists. These studios are artists. If you like a music artist, if they drop an album and that album ends up being one of your favorite albums, you're probably going to fall in love with that artist. And that's kind of how I viewed it. They dropped a game, and there is something about the way that they designed that gameplay and the way that game flowed that it just resonates with me. And so no matter what they make next, whether it is a different genre or not, there is always going to be that DNA of that artist within it. And so it's like, no matter if it is just Returnal, I loved what they did from a art and a design standpoint so much that it's like, no matter what they make next, there's going to be DNA of that in it. And it's like, I just can't help but not feel like it's going to be one of my favorite games, and it's going to be one of my most anticipated games. In this case, Saros very much is. So, and it just so helps that it is kind of a follow-up to Returnal. And so it is exciting. It's not just Returnal 2 either. It is like a whole new thing, just completely building off what Returnal is. And so, I had to put Housemarque on here. And so, yeah. The next one.
I feel that.
The next one, there is multiple games. It's all in the same franchise, but it is multiple games, and that is Kojima. Kojima Productions is my third favorite studio. When I replayed Death Stranding 1, I initially put it in my top 5 games of all time. But then Death Stranding 2 came out. It's not my second. Death Stranding 2 is my second favorite game of all time. Death Stranding 1 is in my top 20. It's not in my top 10 anymore. But I do have both games in there. And then OD, I am really looking forward to. Even though I don't really know what it is, but here's the big kicker. Again, going back to that whole artist discussion, like a studio, you know, these developers are artists, and you have one of the greatest video game artists of all time, Kojima. No matter what he makes, his DNA is always all over it. And so it's like, no matter what he makes, he has multiple things in production right now.
The Fizzant game he's making too, which nobody knows what that is yet.
So yeah, I love Kojima, but like there's no way nothing they make from here on out I won't like have my full attention on. So pretty self-explanatory. But also, I mean, if we do just look at Death Stranding 2, like, man, just the amount of design and just artistry in that game alone, just
game is glorious.
Oh man, it's so good. It is so good. Man, I tell you, boys, there really is days I think Death Stranding 2 is above Good Ghost of Tsushima, but I just can't. Some like when I really sit down and think about it, it's not. But like
or is that just nostalgia talking? You know,
I wouldn't say nostalgia. It's importance.
Asking, you know,
it's importance talking. It's meaning talk. I wouldn't say nostalgia. I mean, it came out 6 years ago. That's not really nostalgia. Like it I wouldn't be who I am without Ghost of Tsushima. I wouldn't have enjoyed Death Stranding 2 as much as I did if it wasn't for good Ghost of Tsushima. Like it's more of like an importance in like what it means to me and how much I emotionally connect to it. I mean, it's like your Nintendo and Sega in a sense. It all just once I really sit down, like gut like initial reaction. Bro, when I listen to Death Stranding 2 music, I'm like, bro, this might be my favorite game of all time. But then I think about it, I'm like, but Ghost of Tsushima just
you get that feeling in your bones.
Yeah. And so but I will say, like, if I was to do like a tier list of my top 50 games of all time, like I would put Returnal, Alan Wake, Death Stranding 2, and Ghost of Tsushima all in their own tier. Everything else is below it. Like those are like the only 4 games that I feel like have ever made me think what is my favorite game of all time. Ghost of Tsushima, I've come to the conclusion will always be my favorite game of all time. Man, did Death Stranding get Pragmata? No, I'm just
Hey, you never know until you play it. You never know until you play it. You know?
But yeah, anyway, so going on to number 2. So you guys probably know what my next 2 are. The question is, what order did I put them in? I mean, if you're following the trend, I'm looking at my top 5 games of all time. Number 2 is Sucker Punch. So, listen. Outside of Ghost of Tsushima being my favorite game of all time. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Outside of Ghost of Tsushima being my favorite game of all time, Ghost of Yotei I absolutely love. Nowhere near Ghost of Tsushima for me. And when I look at what I'm excited for next, I'm way more excited for the future of Remedy than I am Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know from a franchise perspective where Sucker Punch is going. They're probably just going to make another Ghost. I hope they don't. I honestly want them to
think they will.
To go like a different route, but I think they will go Ghost. And while that is exciting, I've talked about this multiple times. I like Ghost of Tsushima more than I do the Ghost franchise at the current moment. I like really just specifically connect to Tsushima more than I do like what Ghost is as a franchise, and it mainly is due to just because what Yotei is. Don't get me wrong, I love that game. It's in my top 20. It's not in my top 10, but it is in my top 20. But that is again going back to the artistry. Like they just have a way of using that open world, using its storytelling, its gameplay to really bring to life the Japanese culture and all that. I think the only reason Sucker Punch is not number 1 is truly just because they have not done that much variety within like the last decade. Like if they were still making Infamouses or Sly Coopers, maybe the conversation would be a little bit different. But right now, all I'm judging off of is the Ghost games, and while Ghost is my favorite game of all time, I just think the other studio currently excites me more, and there is quantity-wise more that backs up why it's number 1. And that being said, number 1 is Remedy.
I mean, they're 2 game well, no, I'm not gonna say 2 games, but like, I'm stupid. I almost just said something really dumb that didn't make any sense.
I love Control.
I mean, like, yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is my third favorite game of all time, and I'm so excited for Control Resident. And the thing I love about it is they're also making Max Payne remakes, and all of their games are so different. Like it's not just Ghost of Yotei is Ghost of Tsushima again, just in its own way. It's like no. Control Resident is really nothing like Control 1. And so outside of it being in the same universe, of course. And then same thing with Alan Wake 2. It's nothing like the Control games, but it is in the same universe. And so I just love the creativeness and the uniqueness of Remedy, and that's why I put them above everything else. But yeah, if like just to kind of sum it up, if you look at my top 5, Insomniac, Housemarque, Kojima, Sucker Punch, and Remedy, like that pretty much explains everything you need to know about me and my taste for games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
Alrighty.
I like it.
All right, here I go. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this a little bit quicker, just cause I don't want to keep us here forever. All right, number 5. I tried thinking about this, and this was hard for me. This was genuinely like I had a hard time coming up with 5. Because my problem is to me, I wanted to find studios that have given me more than one game that I love.
Problem is,
well,
he hasn't played
unfortunately,
more than one game from us.
well, yeah, and that's the issue. So my number 5, you're gonna be like, okay, I can kind of see it. It's a little questionable, but I think because of the work they've done on other games too, even if they're not the main studio, I think really helps. My number 5 is Monolith Soft.
That makes sense.
So Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. I haven't played Xenoblade 1 or 2, but also to me, I wanted a Nintendo studio because I love Nintendo. And I feel like my issue is Nintendo doesn't really, besides like retro studios and Monolith Soft, it's like those are the only 2 or so that have like an official name that they actually acknowledge. And to me, like Monolith Soft supports pretty much almost every game Nintendo puts out at this point. We're talking Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdoms, all the Splatoons. There is a whole list of support they've done for multiple games. And yes, they did not create them. But I just think if there's one I want to pick, I could pick retro, but I just feel like Monolith Soft mostly gets helped a lot by Xenoblade Chronicles 3 being one of my favorite games of all time. So it's hard. Like it's hard for me because if I finished more games from a studio, I feel like it wouldn't be so difficult, but I just think it like makes sense to me at least. Like I feel like at least if there's a studio that supports, I think that can like really help. So I have them there. I will say one of my honorable mentions. Yeah, I'd say my honorable mention was Platinum Games was my honorable mention. That one was also really tough. It was like between those 2, but I gave the slight edge to Monolith Soft just because like they've supported some more games that I've played and I've enjoyed. My number 4, Insomniac Games.
Yeah.
Love me some Insomniac. I mean, Ratchet & Clank Ripped Apart. I mean, it's up there for me in my top favorite games of all time. Spider-Man Miles Morales is also up there. Really enjoyed Spider-Man 2. Great game. Still haven't played the first one. Very excited for Wolverine.
It just sounds goofy when you say it out loud. It's just like, huh?
I call myself out because I'm a fraud. Okay.
Oh, man.
All right. Number 3. Dude. Oh man. Ooh. Number 3. Oh man. I love this studio. And I need to go back and finish this one game. It's been killing me. It's been itching at me so bad. My number 3 is Machine Games.
Wow. That was a
I
left
love
turn.
Yeah, well, I love Indiana Jones. I think that is one of the most underrated games of the year it came out. Of course.
2024.
Yep. I just didn't want to say it because I don't want to go into details and have to sit there and possibly think if I'm right or wrong. I love that. From what I played, for like this maybe 6 hours I played of
Wolfenstein 2.
Yes, Wolfenstein. That game's amazing. Off of the first like 6 hours I played,
It is.
I like it. It's been killing me at this point that I haven't gone back and like played it. I think there's so many things I want to play, but that's at like the top for me. Like,
Yeah.
I need to go back and play it because I was loving
Dude,
everything about it. It
I
was so much
I
fun.
actually do think we are gonna get Wolfenstein 3 next. I
No,
do
it's
think,
already apparently a thing. There's already job listings for it and everything.
man,
Apparently the
let's
script's
go.
already done.
Sign me up, bro. I'm ready.
Like,
Sign me. Do I remember when Wolfenstein 2 dropped? That was like such a talk of the town. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that was a fun time.
like, oh man, machine. Oh, dude, I just so good. Okay, number 2, we have Haze Light. Love Haze Light.
That's
I
right.
mean-
I'm surprised I didn't think of that one. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, Split Fiction.
Yep.
I think is amazing. I really enjoy A Way Out, and It Takes Two. Still to this day, never finished. I've tried with 3 separate people, and I've never finished it, and
It's
it
too long.
still makes me so angry. One of these days, I'm gonna finish it. I promise you. I want to so.
Get your
bad. I
girlfriend to
just
play,
can't-
bro.
You might have just given me the best idea.
I'm
ever.
surprised. Like, I feel like that game was made for couple.
It's
Yeah,
kind of the idea of the whole.
But like I thought she said I thought she told me she played it and she like struggled with it. I was like, oh. I
People
can't
have
remember
definitely
if she did
struggled
or
with
not.
it.
But I think it also just comes down to like some of these studios. It's like I'm trying to think, like when I see, I think that kind of helps too. Is like when I see this studio name pop up, this is probably the most excited you're going to see me for that studio. When I see a Haze Light, I'm gonna be popping off. And yes, you could say like an Insomniac should be over Machine Games, but at this point, like with what Machine Games has had so far that I've played, I'm just like, I think I'm gonna get more excited than an Insomniac game personally. That's just me. Which brings me to my number 1. This isn't even a question. If any of you have seen the last, podcast, it's Ryu Gakatoku Studios or RGG Studios. Literally every time their name pops up, you can watch any video that's on this dude's channel that is now our channel now, but like off his videos, like when we used to do reactions, every time RGG pops up, I'm screaming. I'm up. I'm out of the seat. I'm literally like
I actually I disagree with that. I feel like most times their studio pops up, we're always like, wait, what? because it's like, no, how are they
like,
making another game?
because they're making so many games.
Like whenever Virtua Fighter's trailer happened, we're like, wait, what? And then whenever that like Project Sentry game showed up, we're like, huh, another one?
Yeah, you got.
That's usually the reaction we get for RGG.
Yeah, you had Yakuza 3 Kiwami. You had Stranger Than Heaven. And then you have Virtual Fighter 6, and it's like that. I was just like, whoa. But like we know, like overall, whenever I see that studio, I like, you know me, I'm getting out of my seat. I'm like, dude, this is it. This is the one. This is like, I love this studio. They just, dude, I love like almost anything they put out. I actually found out recently, and I didn't even know that they put out the last mainline Monkey Ball game. I did not know that. I was like, wow, this studio really just
they should just be their own publisher at this point, bro. Like,
they make like everything.
It's crazy.
I love Ryu Gakatoku. One of the most underrated, I'm gonna say underrated studios ever. So I stand on it, and that's how much I love the franchise that they're known for, and that studio, and how much they pump out. I think they're a top 10 studio.
I wouldn't argue.
No.
I would not.
That's my
I
top
like
5.
it. We like it.
All right, Jordan.
Alrighty.
I feel like I could probably guess most of Jordan's here.
Yeah, can you? Can you?
Well, okay. Well, hold on. So I know. All right. So hang on. In no particular order, I know CD Projekt Red's going to be on here.
I am going last, so I guess you could do what we did with Austin. You can guess him if you want.
I know CD Projekt Red's on here. My guess. Oh, Gorilla's on here.
Yeah, bro. Creative Business Unit 1.
I'm gonna say Naughty Dog's probably on here.
Is he gonna say like a old Halo studio?
Bungie? No, he's not gonna say Bungie.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Insomniac's gonna be on here. CD Projekt Red, Gorilla, Naughty Dog, and I just had it in my head and I lost it. Crap.
Creative business unit
Ooh,
one.
you know, he might throw. You know what? He might throw a curve and go. Kingdom Come Studio.
Warhouse.
Yeah, Warhorse or Warhorse. I think Warhorse, right? Warhorse. Warhorse. No, I think it's Warhorse. Warhorse Studios.
Probably. That sounds a little more accurate. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
I'm gonna go with those 5. I think that's,
I'm gonna still say he got creative enough to see if they recognize the studio, because I know he loves Final Fantasy VII like it's his literal child. So I feel like he just looked it up to like confirm it, because I feel like he has to have that. So I'm gonna say creative business unit 1. I think it's in there.
Okay. I like it.
I could see him throw
am gonna-
BioWare in there for some reason, just because of the Mass Effect games. I could see him do that. I just don't, because he hasn't played the recent games, so I don't know if he would still put them on it.
What RPG studio?
I feel like there's a big one. Oh, From Software. Oh crap! Yeah. All right, I'm taking off Warhorse. I'm putting From Software.
How about let's tell us, Jordan, what is your list? What is your top 5 studios?
So I do have an honorable mention.
Okay.
Ooh.
This will determine.
I
everything.
do have an
Oh, no.
an honorable mention. For my honorable mention, I am gonna put Warhorse.
Okay. Okay.
As my honorable mention. So yeah, they did squeak their way on a little bit. It was tough. I had a tough battle, but I think
Larian's on here
just
again.
with the anticipation a little bit of what I've got for my number 5 and a little bit of what I've already enjoyed for my number 5. I think I just kind of eked it out a little bit. Warhorse did a great job, man. Kingdom Come 2. The first one was a really well done game, a very acquired taste, and they took that acquired taste with number 2, and they took it to such a level that just deserved much more respect, I think, than it even got. And it was, universally, you couldn't scroll TikTok for like 3 weeks in February and without seeing some kind of Kingdom Come edit. Just constantly, and basically just people looking at the game. It wasn't even like gameplay. It was always just that one song in like a freaking meadow because of how good the game looked. And then there was a beautiful narrative behind it. Warhorse, honorable mentions, great game. Coming in for number 5, I've got Atlas.
Oh wow!
I've got Atlas coming in.
I should have guessed that. Wow. That's tough.
With the Persona games, 5, I've put so much time into 5. 3 is a fantastic. I didn't play the originals. I have only played Reload. I do try to
Sonic Team. Not on
I would like.
Just not thinking.
I would like to play 4 before the remake comes out that they're doing, just to kind of get like a flavor of it. But I don't know, I might just maybe watch a couple hours of gameplay to kind of get the vibe of it, and then just wait for Revival, I think is what they're calling for.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be really good. Obviously, Metaphor, everybody knows. Well, maybe not everybody knows, but I mean, that game was really good. There's a lot of people that would probably argue that Metaphor should have won over Astrobot that year, over any of them, because of how good Metaphor was that year. So just great games. They always bring the heat with just their writing and the music that they bring to it. Just creatively, Atlas, awesome. Coming in at number 5.
Shout out Shin Megami
Number 4, Insomniac.
Yep.
Purely
Insomniac on all our lists. That tells you something.
Well, they're a top 5 studio of all time.
And and it's not even.
Ooh,
it's not
that
even,
is a statement. Holy moly!
When do they miss? They
It's
have
not
so
even like
many,
Ratchet
you
for
know,
me. I
like-
mean, it literally pretty much is their Spider-Man games. I just I can't explain why I like the Spider-Man games that like as much as I do, but it's just something about being in the realm of just being Spider-Man. It's just the so it's it's so much the thing, the game. Like
Mhm.
like you were talking about like Crimson Desert whenever we were talking about that, how it's very much just like open world the game, like video game the game kind of thing, objective the game.
Yeah.
Like literally it's the most Spider-Man the game of
Mhm.
Spider-Man the game like it can be.
Yeah.
Like it just feels so on the nose, on the button. Each time they make a creative project with it, the game gets better. Miles Morales, the gameplay was better than it was in the original game. 2 has combining aspects of both of them, ramping up on both of it. Just they just should have added 20 more hours to that story. I would have kept playing it, but yeah, Insomniac making their way into number
Wolverine about to
4
be a
for
banger.
me.
Um,
Yeah, Wolverine's probably going to be pretty good. I'm still,
yeah.
I'm for some reason I'm still oddly on the fence about it. I don't know what it is about a Wolverine game that just to me doesn't translate to my mind mentally, even though I like Wolverine a lot. But I'm gonna play it. I'll probably buy it, play it day one. Um,
I was gonna say I don't know why I was laughing during the middle because I was gonna say Insomniac is like this. Like I was doing one of those things where you make a weird comparison to a different thing, but I was like to me like Insomniac is like a LeBron James or a Stephen Curry in the video game industry. Like they don't miss. They're the goats for a reason. Like
I
everything
get
they
it.
do is just
I get
amazing.
it.
Like
Yep. All right. Number 3, CD Project Red
Wow.
okay,
I expect them to be a little higher. Not
coming
gonna
in.
lie.
Coming in at number 3. I mean, Cyberpunk, freaking The Witcher,
telling you.
dude. I mean, the games explain themselves. Everybody knows how cruddy Cyberpunk was. I played a
Oh.
little bit of Cyberpunk on
Uh-oh.
launch, and it's made its way after the update and the DLC just so hard, and you just know that the team behind that worked their absolute rear ends off to like get this game to the state that it finally got to. And I hate that I wasn't able to do it so early, but I'm so glad that when I finally picked it up, it was in the shape that it was in, because 100 straight hours that first playthrough. I mean, dude, I already liked The Witcher 3 a whole bunch, and this just like this studio, through all the turmoil of what launch was, like really redeemed themselves by just listening and like taking notes on really what happened, and just making themselves reputable. What was there a reason you freaked out, John? Should I should we take a pause?
I thought of a studio that's probably on your list.
Creative Business Unit 1.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Rockstar. I forgot about Rockstar. I think Rockstar is gonna be on there.
Okay.
I might be
Number
wrong, I might be
two. Number 2. Guerrilla Games coming in. They're doing it. They're doing it big for me. The Horizon games stand on their own for me. Everybody knows I don't need to beat the dead horse. I love Aloy's story. I love the gameplay mechanics. I love the Decima engine. Everything about Horizon to me is just super fun. One of the best traversal games in my opinion, especially Forbidden West with the glider, just the free reign motion you get with all the climbing that you can do, and then the ability to just jump off of anything and use that glider that doesn't rely on your stamina to use. Um, really good, really good. They speak for their own. We can talk about Horizon another time. My DMs are open. And guys, number 1, huh? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? We've heard my 5 through 4.
What do you?
You guys,
What
you
are you
guys,
crossing your
you guys
fingers
have made, you guys have made a couple of predictions. You've now had time to think about it as I've gone through my 5 through 4. We know the ones that aren't included. I'm curious to know, because I guarantee neither of you are going to get it.
Okay, so we don't have.
But if you do,
So it's not Creative Business Unit 1. Okay.
but if you do, I will be.
Who
thoroughly
develops
impressed.
Taco Bell?
What?
Sorry.
Probably Amazon.
Okay, hold on. Wait. So you're saying okay. So
Wow, I was,
all right,
I was
so-
thinking
so-
you were gonna go my route. I
so-
thought like since
So you're pretty much so.
Okay.
So go ahead and just tell us. So this is fine. You're pretty much just confirmed. We have yet to say it.
I didn't say anything.
Creative
I
Business.
just said you guys have
Creative
now
Business Unit
heard.
1.
If,
I'm going with it.
If that's what I want to know what you're sticking to after hearing my list.
I'm sticking
And
with that.
you know the things that you've gone to, you've heard me take out the things that you thought were probably going to be there, apart from the one that you're sticking to, Austin.
I'm sticking with it because this is the one you talk about the most. This is literally the number one thing you want every event, every single time. And I feel like if you want
I
it,
just don't
you're
see
gonna-
that as
you're gonna-
like a studio. I just see it as a team.
it
in
literally
Square
on
Enix.
the studio name they put Creative Business Unit 1.
Yeah,
you know
but
who made
it's an
16?
in-house
3.
Square Enix team though is the problem. I just like they don't promote it as a studio. Like it's not even on the cover. Like it's not like you only see that title when you boot up the game. Like it's not.
I'll give you a
trailer.
hint, and then I'm going to give you about 5 to 10 seconds to think about it before I just say it.
Okay.
Okay? The hint is this studio should probably be an honorable mention because of its status.
Okay,
Creative
so they're
Business
closed
Unit
down.
1. Oh. But,
Dude, are you about to say Lionhead Studios, bro?
Lionhead
Holy
Studios, my man.
What
I'm
is
just giving
that?
it to him. I'm just giving it to him.
Wow.
I'm just giving it to him. They made my favorite game of all time, and I'm
wow.
and
I
I'm giving it
respect
to him.
bro.
I just
I mean,
am.
if
I just am.
Remedy was closed tomorrow, I would still, I'd still put him up.
Yeah.
there, so,
Yeah, I just miss it, dude. When 2 didn't quite hit right, and then there were like troubles on it, and then Peter Molyneux left the company, and then the company as a whole just like went down. It was like, damn, like Fable's dead, huh? Like I really thought Fable died with Peter Molyneux. Like I really did. Peter Molyneux's still alive, by the way. But I really
He
thought
took it to
Fable
the
died
grave.
when he was out, and that's why I have such like high hope and regard and like want and need like for this year's hopeful release Fable game. Is because I want to know if there's actually a team out there who is passionate enough. I want to know if Playground did it. I want to know if they took like the spirit of Fable 1 and Peter Molyneux in the 90s, late 90s, just grinding somewhere in England, making this freaking game, just doing exactly what the game needs to be done to make it Fable. And because of how much that game hopefully means to me whenever it comes out, and what the first game still means to me now, I just I got to put him there. Good old Lionhead. I miss you, Peter.
Amen.
Rest in life,
I
my friend.
respect it.
I hope you're relaxing real hard.
I respect it.
I would have never guessed, and you could have gunned to my head. Like I would have never guessed that. I don't even
That's what I
know
said.
the original studio that ever made the first couple Fables. Like I wouldn't know.
Yep.
I will say I'm actually kind of surprised Austin didn't put Sandfall as one of his studios. But I don't know.
This is one game.
That's what I thought one of you were doing when you said, they've only done one game so far. Like I really thought was that your list, John? I really
Yeah,
thought you were
that
going
was
to say
John's.
Sandfall.
I specifically looked.
I just
for a
went with my
studio
heart.
that I looked for it because to me it's like if I've enjoyed.
Like if I'm
Like,
gonna
that's
wear
another-
a TT shirt repping a studio, like those to me are the studios I'd be repping.
Yeah.
Like that's how.
Dude, I would love to get more
list.
studio T-shirts if
I need to upgrade my
they were-
video game wardrobe.
they were more viable. I would love
Dude,
more
I had
like
so
good video
many-
game ones. The one like GameStop would always get like one or two decent ones every time they'd get new shirts, and then like some of them just got so stupid throughout the end. And like by the end of it, I had so many Dragon Ball Z shirts because they were the only ones they were putting out that were any decent. I just kept having to buy work shirts. I've got like 4 Dragon Ball Z shirts because they were the only ones that were decent that we kept selling.
Man, I have
All the
so
other ones are
many
so stupid.
honorable mentions for studios. Like, if I really wanted to, like, man,
I'm sure.
Dude, I wish I could be like you.
Oh
I
my
just,
God,
I
dude.
can't. They don't feel
So,
right. Like,
making
they don't.
making this list, my list, because I like write down all my options, and then I like process them elimination. I had
Decipher
22
from it, yeah.
studios at one point on my list.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did you have probably you didn't have Naughty Dog in your top 5,
No,
right?
No.
See, and Uncharted's your favorite franchise.
Yeah, but it's been so long
See-
since Uncharted.
See, I might be the only one then, because like, what was Jordan? What was your favorite franchise? Your
FF7.
yeah, and see, my number one
and then
franchise,
Horizon, technically, I guess, if you want to.
My number one
Label it,
franchise
yeah.
was my number one studio.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Now, my number one franchise is my number one publisher.
Square
Because
Enix.
I mean, Square, yeah. Because I mean, but you know, again, in-house studio. So
Makes sense.
just because I put them now. If technically, I thought about that. I thought about putting them there, but I already put Square. I didn't want to go like you know. In-house section B, like I didn't want to do that.
I know, yeah.
You know, like that nitty gritty.
Creative business
give it like
1, 2, 3.
Give it like an office and a suite number.
When I saw the Final Fantasy 16 trailers, I always saw Creative Business Unit 3. That's
Sure.
They promoted it on every trailer I saw. So
Sure.
like, I mean, no, I get it. It's just like, to me, that I've seen them advertise that stuff. Like I've seen it. It's not like a Nintendo where they're like, wait till the end credits to see what studio made our game. You know what I mean? But we do our things very differently.
Let me buy a Creative Business shirt real quick.
Okay, bro. I'm back. You're just let me think the way I do, man.
Which one should I get, guys? 1, 2, or 3? Which one? Thing 1, thing
I want the old.
I would definitely get 3 for me.
I want the old SquareSoft shirt that
Oh my God.
Square Enix used to have.
Shout out Super Mario RPG.
Hey.
Gosh, we have to do these weekly. Dude, this is gonna be hard. I enjoy like just.
We don't. I feel like we don't have to necessarily do 2 lists each time. I feel like sometimes
No. Next week we're just doing our top 10 games of all time, and then
because top 10s will just be
and then after that, then we're gonna start doing like other topics, like not necessarily rankings.
I need a hot takes episode. Cause what you had was a hot take.
Oh yeah, bro.
I'm not mad at it. I just there's too many goated mainline games from them. Like I'm not mad at it. I don't really agree.
That's why it's
personally.
my
but
hot take, bro. That's why it's my
not,
hot take.
you know, yeah. Not mad at it though.
Yeah, Austin's hot take: play the sequels before the original.
No, I don't know, because I don't stand on that anymore.
Well,
no, hot take. Don't always jump on something because it's hot and new. What?
It just sounded funny.
It's not a hot take at all, actually. I'm pretty sure that's like one of the coldest takes you probably ever heard.
Max's new quote tweet is cracking me up right now. He retweeted the Culture Crave X page that was like Marvel has added 3 new untitled films to its schedule with the dates listed, and he quoted it and put Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh my gosh!
just commit to movies for him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this week's Play Our Way podcast. Man, it's crazy how much different this podcast was than the Play Your Way. Honestly, like, it just had a whole different energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Anyway, that's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching, and leave a comment, subscribe, or let us know what your top 5 favorite studios and publishers are. You know what's that is our top 3 publishers are like the holy trinity of like Japanese publishers. If you think about it,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
like
pretty
they
much.
were the like big 3 third-party Japanese publishers. It's crazy.
Hey, what can we say, man? The Japanese cook.
The Japanese do cook. You know what I want? I want a big Chinese publisher. That's what I want. I want a big. I mean, I guess Tencent kind of is that, right? Or
Oh,
no, not Tencent. Who's the Marvel Rivals publisher?
NetEase?
Yeah, NetEase. Maybe, but all right. Anyway, that's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Johnnymmer out. Peace.
Bye.